Well, I guess we're starting. I hope this microphone's on. Yeah, it's on. What's up, everybody? Well, I guess we're starting. Oh, hey. I guess I have a echo in here, too. Yay. I wasn't ready. What's up, everybody? Hey, everybody. This is the Hobby Report. I'm Robbie B. We're going to paint some stuff. Talk about some toys. You can hear me twice. Only once now. Hold on, I need some lotion for my hands. They're ashy. I'll be right back. It's very important that I get lotion. What's going on? Player J in the house. Hoofton. Hoofton's back. What's going on, Hoofton? Zadilk. No, actually, I really got lotion. This is my money makers. I don't know what that is. D-Drag, did I mess up something? Nope, tonight. We generally just do cat boxes on Tuesday nights. What's going on, everybody? Just getting ready for the stream. Key lime came a little hot. You can't even right now with this, Kenny? Alright, I'm back. Here we go.
PC load letter.
Here we are.
What does that mean?
This is the real show. I'm done putting lotion on my hands. We got a host. I don't know what's going on, but we starting. I imagine we'll get some intro music here in a few minutes. Maybe I had my timer set wrong. I don't know what's going on. What's happening, everybody? Got a lot of fun stuff lined up for you tonight. Your Facebook said Tuesday. Let me check my Facebook. I don't know what's going on anymore. October 2nd is today. That's what my Facebook says. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Ty Winnie, we are the epitome of professionalism here. It is Tuesday in the future. That's right. All you crazy time travelers out there. I don't know if Key Lime's in here. Key Lime, you in here? I don't know what's going on. All right, we've got all the big stuff out of the way here. Lots to talk about tonight. There's Key Lime. What's happening? All right, so hey, there's the intro music. All right, now we can officially start the show, everybody.
What's my age again?
All right, well, there it is. We're starting the show now. I'm Robbie B. This is the Hobby Report. We're gonna paint some dinosaurs tonight from Total War Warhammer II. We got the Carnasaur for the Lizardmen. We're gonna paint it up. I'm gonna show you some quick ways to paint dragon skin, a blue, of course, because everybody knows, lizards are supposed to be blue. Because why not? Jacket clubs.
I'm doing my part.
Oh, there it is.
Ada Monza.
Ada Monza. G Finnegan. Thanks, bro. Everybody's prize support went out last week, and we were able to actually send everybody a Kickstarter box that won prizes last week, a Kickstarter box from the Empire of Men. So there's 3 miniatures from that awesome Kickstarter coming your way if you won something last week. If you don't already have it, it's en route. It'll be there. We actually just got all our Patreon support out to everybody today. I ran it up there with like 15 minutes left. They're so mad. I felt so bad for the lady. I ring the bell. I can take it to the dock now. And I ring the bell. And she comes out. She was like right there. And I was like, got some mail for you. And she's like, oh, you could tell she was like so upset. And I was like, I'm sorry. I know it's late. My bad. She's like, no, I'll just put it in this cart. And she goes and gets this, like, by cart, she means like a cart the size of a car. And she rolls it out and and I help her like put the stuff inside the cart. And I was like, you just put it on top? She's like, yeah, I gotta scan it all. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, I gotta scan all those packages. And I was like, oh my gosh, are you supposed to get off at 5? She's like, no, we're here later. And I was like, oh, okay. Whew. I would have felt really bad. Brutal. But anyway, so we got it all out in the mail, en route to everybody out there. So as we talked about, tonight's top donator giveaway is a painted Stormcast army. It's roughly, I did the points on it. I thought it was more. It's still a dope army. It's like 520 points right there. It just popped up on the screen. 2 squads of 5 retributors. You got the judicators, and then you also have 1 squad of prosecutors. So it's a lot of stuff. It's what comes in the Thunder and Blood starter, and all painted up nice and neat. We did a lot of it here on the stream. There will be tutorials coming out, and if you're like, I really want to get this army, but I don't think I can paint it to your same level, I literally used the How to Paint Stormcast guide from Games Workshop, all the same colors from Games Workshop. So like if you buy that book for $8, the only thing we did differently was the airbrush fades on the hammers, and there'll be a tutorial out on that. But obviously That's the only thing that's different there. So don't let it slow you down. If you want a Stormcast army, you can paint it up using the how-to guide from Games Workshop and then ease into the airbrushing of the hammers. I painted those last. I didn't even realize I didn't paint them until I put the pictures up for the giveaway, and I looked close at it and I was like, I didn't paint those hammers yet. And it literally took me less than an hour to paint all those hammers. So it's super easy to do. Don't even worry about it. It's very easy. Liz Gray says, it's going to the post office last minute like doing a Sniper D. Top D Sniper Protect. We gotta talk about that too. The entire Mac. She was supposed to be off at 5. I don't think so. She's a really good liar if that's the case. Yelta, quarterly shipments will go out at the end of this month. So October, January, April, and July, I think, is the quarterlies. But that will be end of this month for sure. Yep, lots going on there. So, top donator, by the way, and we have a new layout. So let me know what you think of the layout. I actually think I need to color in the giveaway counter, the text for the giveaway counter, and sniper counter. Now that I'm looking at it, I think I need to color those in black font. So I might change that for the next stream. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with the new justification of the layout and everything right over there. Let me know what you think. If it sucks, tell me it sucks. That's fine. I can deal with it. Not enough ads. Dude, this is my NASCAR jacket. I gotta have my NASCAR jacket on with all the stuff we give away and all our supporters. Black with white outline. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The entire Mac. It is. It's my NASCAR jacket. It's my outfit. Keeps me safe in the cockpit. This is just for the intro screen. Cat sitting my cat. Definitely. So. Oh, it does look like a NASCAR. I agree. Those are all individual decals, I swear. So top donator giveaway is actually set to 30 minutes before we end the stream. Because if you've been here for the past 2 streams, they tend to go a little late. And I love you guys. I do.
Did you say Jay and Saul Bob are, quote, fucking clown shoes? Yeah. Really?
Oh my goodness. G Finnegan, you have defeated the Cat of Sigmar. You are now the top donator. And Zahut101, thank you for the follow. Everybody, I think we just hit 4,000 followers, which is crazy. We've been streaming for 9 months now. So that's super awesome. Everybody pat themselves on the back. We literally could not do this without you. So thank you for all those follows. If you're watching right now and you haven't followed yet, give us a follow. Get those catnaps. You can use them for a lot of different things in here, from giveaways. There's actually redemptions. We just reset everybody's catnaps. It's the first of the month. Redemptions have been reset too. We're actually streaming a lot this month. There's 5 weeks in this month, believe it or not. And the last day that we're streaming this month will be right after Kenny on Halloween. So that's pretty crazy. There'll be lots of drinking involved. More drinking than normal. Oh yeah, so here's the deal. I love you guys, but getting 4 hours of sleep before I have to go to work. We all work. I don't want to cheapen it, but I cannot operate on 4 hours of sleep and then get up and work a full day the next day. It is absolutely brutal. I cannot do it. So we're just trying to wrap up a little bit early, get you guys out of here, get us out of here, and get reset and ready for the next day. Am I wearing a costume? I didn't even think about that. You mean besides the stupid face? I don't know. We'll see. See what I can come up with there. A giant cat. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. I suppose anything is possible at this point. What the heck was that? I don't even know.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come?
James, I don't know what you did, but I saw something. I should be Pink Cat? That'd be funny. Oh, James, you trolling G Finnegan already? So this is how it starts. Alright, this is how it starts. I see. Well, thank you. Just the same. Yeah, I'd staff for Steve. I usually get about 5 or 6 hours of sleep. 4 hours is pushing it for me. I don't mind doing it every now and then. But it was a little brutal. The army would not lie. No, they would not, Sapper Steve. I have proof. Yeah, you gotta get that REM sleep. Alright, so let me know what you think about the new layout here. Switch over to the non-NASCAR shot. It's a little bit more full bleed. I kind of like it. This over here was Kenny's idea. He's like, yo, Doc, you should put that over on the left. I'm like, okay, that's a good idea, but I'm not going to do it right now. And I finally got around to it. Boom, there it is. Looks great. And then the thing up top right there was Parker's idea. He's like, you should shorten it down a little bit and go like full bleed. Word. Let's do that. So there it is. So much room for activities. Trying to keep it minimal. Slutty cat costume. I do not think you have to worry about that, Apophis UK. There will be none of those. At least I will not be wearing something like that. For 100%. What this is NASCAR? That's an American pastime. We watch cars go around the track. Left-hand turns. Lots of left-hand turns. Pretty much drink. Drink and watch cars go in circles. That's what we do here. And football. But I don't know about football anymore. What do I think of Total War Warhammer 2? I played the first one. I have not played the second one, to be honest. I mean, it's got to be a good game. If they're coming out with a second one of it, and it's got new factions, it's got to be just as good as the first one, as far as I know. But, yeah, we're going to paint up Lizardman Carnasaur tonight. The headset with cat ears? I can't even right now. I cannot even. I don't even know if that's a thing. Yeah, NASCAR's more Formula 1, I suppose, but we don't drive through like cities and stuff. Is Formula 1? I forget which one's that. No, that's the Grand Prix, right? I don't know. I like to think I'm worldly, but I'm actually just a stupid American at heart. I apologize. Oh my goodness. So that's it. We got the reset on the naps, the new layout, big giveaway tonight. Trying to think what else. So much room for activities. I don't even know what to say right now. So much room for activities here. All right, so we already talked about shipping out the Patreon. We've updated the redemptions for the cat app, so make sure you type in !redemptions. The important stream commands are right there at the bottom of the leaderboard. They are a thing. Oh my goodness, I can't even right now. So all the swag is out for that. Now let's talk about some toys real quick and get into some painting. I don't want to spend too much time talking tonight. Lots of painting to do. So first up, we got the new guard book. It looks to be amazing. Lots and lots of changes, big changes to a lot of different things. While there isn't releases coming out with it per se, I guess there is the data cards. There will be a lot of changes, which probably has a lot of people stoked. Big things are changes to super heavies moving and firing without the penalties. A couple of changes to tanks, how they function, also moving and shooting without penalties. You can play stratagems that allow you to hit better in combat with those super heavy tanks, which are pretty much brutal super heavy tanks in combat. You can just straight do like power slide drive-bys into stuff. I don't know if they're worth their points, but supposedly they went down 40 points each, like the Baneblade, the Shadow Sword variants. So that looks to be pretty interesting. Changes to conscripts. Now, I'm not sure if the whole, you can only take them in 30-man squads, because I think, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, that's what they were doing in the past already. And then sticking a Commissar in there so they didn't, they didn't break when they lost a couple of guys. I think that's what they were doing already. The orders going off and affecting them on a 4-up. Also a little torn on because of the fact that there's still rerolls out there for command points. So I'm not exactly sure if we're going to see the shift in meta that they were intending from this change, but everything kind of works, is kind of forward loaded with these rules changes. We know the books just weren't like made and printed up last week. So maybe there's additional changes coming out in perhaps a chapter approved book or something like that, or maybe when they come out with the FAQ, which we just saw the Death Guard FAQ and the AdMech FAQ come out over the weekend, which didn't look to be super game breaking or anything like that. Just cleared up a couple of things, like for the AdMech, there actually wasn't that much in there, to be quite honest. The Death Guard, you could go above the starting size for the Poxwalker stratagem, where you can get more Poxwalkers back. That seemed to be pretty important. fixing the Demon Prince thing, that they could have wings for 160, which everybody just kind of assumed. Now it's in print, so we know for sure. So there's a lot of good stuff in there that were just basic stuff, but maybe the Astra Militarum FAQ will clear up a lot of different things. So that's coming out this week. We have some new releases for next week. Nothing too groundbreaking, I don't think. We'll cover that probably last before we go into some painting. But some really interesting stuff there. Thought I heard something crazy out there. So we'll see what happens release-wise here soon. When it comes to the G-Dub stuff. Okay. So there's that. I'm hopeful for Guard, definitely. You probably heard me on podcast say I was a little upset when a lot of the stuff for my army that I had in June was no longer playable after FAQs and from Forge World and everything. But now it seems like tanks, while not maybe going to see super competitive play, or at least we're taking again. So that's really got me excited. It's got those hobby juices going. Yeah, D-Drag. So that's really interesting that you mentioned that. And we talked about that in the video too, is the conversion rate for Forge World. Like if you're at an event, you're basically paying 1.6 conversion rate. You're paying 0.3 more at an event. Plus you got to pay the local sales tax and stuff. So for instance, at the last GT that Forge World was at, that Custodes flyer that you're mentioning was $493 as opposed to the $380 that it would be if you converted it off the pounds. So I don't know exactly why Games Workshop does that. It's just one of those things that just kind of works for them, I guess. So just be aware that maybe sometimes it's only worth buying the exclusives at the event unless you just absolutely want something and have to have it, you know, time-wise or something like that. Me personally, oh, and something else you might want to be aware of too is check out your credit card statements, because when I was using my bank card to order from Forge World, they were charging me an international transaction fee on every order. It was like 25 bucks. So there's always like these things that we don't think of that are there that you kind of need to be aware of sometimes. I'm not saying don't do it. Well, there is shipping costs too, Cab Rob. If you do the express, you get, or if you spend like £250, you get express mail. But yeah, like I said, if you need it and you don't want to pay the shipping, or you know, there's a lot of things to think about there. Just some stuff to be aware of. I'm not saying not worth the money. I'm just saying be aware of things cost differently in different places, kind of thing. That's really it. So I mean, Forge World's a great product. They have great customer service. Never had an issue with them when something was broke or missing or miscast or delivered wrong. All of the above. Like, always had great experience with them. You do have to call them to get the best results, which remember, by about noon Eastern, that's when they're actually leaving the office. So you probably might have to do it from work or wake up early here, at least here in the States. Yeah, I had to pay the international transaction fee of $25 on my bank card. Bank of America, I don't know, check your card. I just noticed it on my statement after I did it one time, and I was like, woof, that sucks. Did not know. Yeah, I imagine, you know, freighting over a bunch of pallets of stuff is expensive. I can't say I don't blame them, you know. But again, just be aware of the cost right there. TabletopGamer.com. Resub. That's 9 months in a row. Thanks for all the cats. If you guys aren't following TabletopGamer.com, make sure you give him a click follow. He's streaming a lot of nights here, Eastern time-wise, but I don't know what it might be in your particular area, but definitely worth checking them out. Death Guard, lots of Death Guard stuff coming out. We got releases next week, which looked to be the last bit of Death Guard, the stuff that came out this week, and then of course we saw, you know, Typhus and company the previous week. Now, a lot of people have a lot to say about these Terminators, from the Blight Lords to the Death Shrouds, but let me tell you what, after getting those in my hands and taking a look at them, they're extremely well detailed. Like, the amount of quality, and you really don't see the stuff until you get in and you start looking at the detail and all the pitting and all the bubbles and all the like crimped edges and all the sores and the poxes and all that stuff in there. Stuff we had never seen before in a plastic kit. I mean, you compare these kits to the Terminators that came out in 2005, there's no comparison. Like, these things are spectacular. So a lot of people are salty about them right now. I personally think they're some of the best Terminator kits out there. I think they're better than some of the T-Sun stuff we saw, and I can't wait to see more for, you know, Legion Terminator kits. I cannot wait, for sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that small tank, or if that's part of the Blight Crawler. Blight Crawler? I remember somebody saying that was a dual kit, but I have not looked into it yet, so that's really interesting. We have not seen it quite yet. Oh, the PayPal charges an international fee as well. Oof, that's brutal. Yeah, Pits Pilot. I'm not sure the Plague Burst crawlers. I just assumed they were part of the tank, but now we think we need to go back and look at that. Chocolate Gore, what's going on? Thanks for making the stream. So yeah, Death Guard this week. Next week we'll go over the final releases here in a second. Let's talk about some Kickstarters real quick. Now, you know, we were talking about the Empire Men Kickstarter last week. I think it actually ends October 9th. Let's see, it started last week. I believe it ends Tuesday of next week. Almost final answer. Anyways, you still got a week to pledge it. Everybody that won prizes last week will get a box full of sample minis. Everybody, actually, all of our Patreon shipments got a sample mini in there as well. I thought I had some handy here. Yeah, here they are. A little sample mini here with the card, the link to it, and one of the miniatures. There's one of like 8 different miniatures in here. This is like some crazy undead looking robed, I want to say female Skeletor for lack of a better term, but she's pretty neat. We finished painting up that sniper from last week. That was pretty cool. Backwater, 8 months strong. Thanks, man. Thanks for watching that long. So those all went out last week. And, you know, it's a great Kickstarter. Super affordable. That sniper we painted up, a squad of 5 of those, is only 12 bucks. You know, like, I mean, it's one of the most affordable miniatures Kickstarters we've seen in a time. And, you know, a lot of people are like, yo, why are you harping on all these Kickstarters and things? You know, it's important that we, as a hobby, help, you know, these companies get these things out to market. Now, this seems to be one of the best ways that products are coming out. Like, we're seeing innovative things, not from mainstream companies just to raise funds and put something new, like whatever mini part 2. You know, we're seeing more and more independent studios putting things out, and that's great for the hobby because it helps with exposure. You know, it helps get products out there. It just, in general, it gives people alternatives. It really does. And that's an important thing out there to grow the hobby as a whole, so we're not stagnating and things like that. You know, having all of these great options out there is amazing, and it also helps kind of keep, you know, prices as steady as possible. I'm not going to say low because no hobby is cheap. The more and more I hear about other people's hobbies, I'm just like, how much does that cost? And I was like, man, people in my hobby complain a lot about pricing. I was like, whoa. So yeah, I mean, there's Game of Thrones stuff. We got Fallout Kickstarter. I mean, there's so much stuff out there. And then there's always late, you know, you can pledge late or back late and all that stuff. So, you know, check out your local Kickstarters. Like I said, Empire Men is up right now and live. We just saw the Table of Ultimate Gaming successfully complete with over $1 million in support. And I think you can still get tables on there, but they're not guaranteed first run. The Everlasting Wet Palette also successfully completed. So lots of stuff coming out. There's a new company, well, not a new company, a newly branded company called Nuclear Shrimp Games. I can't show you any of the pictures because I'm not going to open up Facebook. That would be dangerous if I opened up my Facebook Live and showed you guys some of the pictures. But they're coming out with a line of super heavy tanks. Look to be pretty neat. Now, these are the guys that are formerly known as Titan Manufactorum. They made like the big ass Warbringer Titan, which is basically a Warlord Titan back in the day before Forge World came out with their resin one. Well, they've rebranded. They're coming out with this Kickstarter, a bunch of super heavy tanks here in Q4 at some point. No idea on the pricing, but check them out on Facebook, Nuclear Shrimp Games. they will be going live at some point. They look pretty neat. The tanks look pretty neat for sure. So, she's Skeletor, yeah, that's one of them. So, the Empire of Men Kickstarter, they got a lot of stuff coming out here soon, all reasonably priced. Now, last but certainly not least, let's talk about some Games Workshop releases for next week. So, hot off the press. Hot off the press, we got the Games Workshop releases for this week. I don't even know what they are. Survey says we're getting the following. Here they go. Death Guard Biologist Putrefier. That's Mr. Grenade Caddy. If you're playing Death Guard, you probably need a couple of those. $25 clam pack coming your way next week. Well, at least on pre-order, and then it'll be out on the 14th. Death Guard Plague Marine Icon Bearer. That's that guy with that cool fly standard. He's pretty fly for a Nurgle guy, I guess. $25 clam pack as well. The Death Guard Plague Marine Champion. I want to say that's the guy with the little, like, Nurgling with the helmet on, and he's just like that. Somebody did a meme that said that had that dude in like the little Nurgling at the bottom with the helmet on. He's like, "Bitch, I'm fabulous." Yeah, you are. You right. It's a great meme. I saved it. I'm gonna use it. Goes in the cat meme file. That is another $25 plastic clam pack. And last but not least, this may be the final run of Death Guard. Don't know yet for sure. Like I said, we're obviously missing the crawler. The Plague Marine kit themselves. 7 miniature set for $50 multi-part. He has Lord Bubbles. He does have Lord Bubbles. And he is fabulous. Yeah, that is a problem, D-Drag, when it comes to Kickstarters. Some of them don't put out. Some of them put out eventually, and some of them just disappear. You know, so you gotta pinch of salt for everything out there. But if it's a company that you believe in, I mean, even those don't always work out. Spartan Games, but long story short, there's no guarantees in life. There's definitely no guarantees in Kickstarter either. But, you know, it is what it is. All of these companies making this great miniatures over on Kickstarter is good, essentially, for the hobby. However, you know, there are going to be some failures, unfortunately. That's just the nature of the Kickstarter beast, I suppose. Sassy Nurglin Sassy. Yep, you know that's right. I see everybody checking their catnaps. The catnap generator is on. The bot is up and running. You can always check what's on the new redemption lineup for this month. Exclamation point redemptions. There will be 5 weeks of streaming in October. It's crazy talk. And then there's a couple books coming out. Another Horus Heresy, the Silent War paperback, Shadow Sword paperback, and Baneblade paperback. Of course, hot on the heels of the new Imperial Guard release right there. Boom. There it is. We got through it. Let's do some painting. Let me check the chat real quick. See if I missed anybody talking about anything. Rocket Chicken here. Pitts Pilot here. What's going on?
PC load letter? What does that mean?
Laura Jordan, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Also, breaking news, Szechuan sauce is coming back October 7th at McDonald's. If you don't know why that's important, shame on you. And no, I didn't see Rick and Morty last night, because apparently I'm an old person and I don't know how to work my effing Hulu, and I didn't add it to my episodes, and I didn't watch it live, so it didn't record, because I was overlapping watching Star Trek. Reasons, I don't know. So I hope to watch it maybe tomorrow or Wednesday. But I watch Star Trek, so that's important. Yep, Szechuan sauce is coming back one day, limited locations only at the Mickey D's. Yeah, I don't know how to Hulu. I'm not a Huluologist. Whatever. I think it recorded now. If not, I'm literally gonna throw Hulu. Discovery is very good. You should definitely watch it. For real. Alright, let's go over. Let's see if this blows up when I go to the paint table. I had the worst time setting up the camera for this. It kept wanting to go mirror image and such. Very difficult indeed. But we We got it. We got it. All right. There you go. Buttermilk crispy tenders. I don't know anything about that, D-Drag. I don't know why to be racist. It was part of a movie promotion. Grenstoff, I didn't really think about that. Usually, I mean, I guess you could just buy the catnaps and just redeem them for the first one, right? That would probably be the easiest? Question mark? I think. All right, how's this look? So this is Mr. Carnasaur. Say hello. It's gonna be a blue dinosaur. I know. Mind blown. Why do I paint everything weird colors? But this is a good base. Look at all that scale work. This is a great miniature. Carnosaur's been out for a while. But I mean, look at that detail. And then it's got a little thingy. So we got a little howdah on the back, right? And then there's a Saurus O blood. Put the tail. The tail goes in the hole. Everybody knows this. Tail goes in the hole. Look at that. Rawr. I feel like he's gonna be green. How do you cover the gap from the neck to the body? I don't know. It's just... What gap? What we talk about? I used some of that Vallejo plastic putty for any parts that were like messed up. I don't know. I don't remember it being that bad or anything. Oh, you did? You did toss it next level? That's the worst. Near the strap? I don't have gap. I has no gap. I has no gap. I don't know. I don't have that gap there. So this is our base. And we're gonna take it on up. Work the scales one color. Work the skin a different color. And then just kind of detail it out from there. What the idea is to do it as quick as possible because it's, you know, such a big model. You don't want to be super bogged down. You can always get it to tabletop and then come back and work on it some more. I think I want to get like some sort of Aztec base for it. Like some crazy, I think Elric's has some Aztec-y kind of bases. Check that out. Yeah, I don't think there's any gap here. There, I mean, it looks like... Oh, I see what you're saying, like right there. I mean, that's just hyper accented. Like, there's not really... To the naked eye, you can't really see that. I see what you're saying. Like, I see it in the camera. Like, it looks like there's a hole right there. But that's really... Like, when I look down at it, I don't even see it. It's that minute. Like, it almost looks like this is a different part right here, too. But I don't even see it with my naked eye. That's just camera tricks. But yeah, there's that. Let me show you what I painted last week. Real quick while we're here. So remember her? This is our... Let me zoom in a little bit. I had to flip the camera around. I had the toughest time, so I'm probably going to hit the wrong way. Yep, I hit the wrong way. So that's our sniper from last week. We detailed her up quite a bit. Did the hyper highlight, little airbrush quick fade of the dirt. She turned out pretty good. Oh, speaking of being half blind, I have no idea where my painting glasses are. That's not good. And then there's how she compares to Deathcore. Deathcore Krieg. So very similar. Of course, you know, these are all very similar to the World War I. Well, maybe not the helmet. Those are more the Hussar helmets, I think. I suppose with the studs, they look very similar. But yeah, it's all very similar. Use the same color palette. Just kind of worked it in. But we painted all that. Yeah, I think you can uncheck the beta. It's not, you're not like locked into it or anything. So there's those. We did her last week. Good for bolt action. Daggers. All right, the stream cannot continue until I get my old man Rob reading glasses. Found him. Where do you think I would keep my old man reading glasses? In with my tools, of course. Late war? Oh, World War II. Gotcha. All that stuff's basically... I mean, you can make the argument that the Rhino tank was based off the M113. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of real world, you know, splash over inspiration. I don't want to say IP. I don't know how that works with military equipment and such. All right, here we go. Old man glasses, engage. Hey, I can see. Sweet. All right, back to fatty. How's that look? Feel like that's pretty good. I still cannot see those ridges. JP Gray. Don't stop standing by. I think I should probably zoom out a little bit. Of course, I'm going to go the wrong way because the camera is pointed the wrong way, but that was the only way I could get it to work. And I would rather have it work than not work. Alright, let's fire up the airbrush. We're going to show you how to paint this dragon skin. Lizard skin. Oh my gosh, why is it so hard? There we go. Oh, they're just reading glasses. I think I got them at Walmart. I was just like, let me pick some reading glasses out. And they had a little chart. They're like, try these on until you can read this line. And I'm like, well, these look good for me.
So air. Paint.
Love minis. I think they make me look sexy. I don't care what anybody says. Alright. So this is actually the crystal blue primer from Army Painter. I love this stuff. I was just going to sit here and blast this with the airbrush, but I was like, it takes too much time. We'll just rattle can it. Because it so closely resembles... so there's your crystal blue. But check this out. It's really close to Caldor Sky. Which is what the palette's based off of. So we're just going to use our Caldor Sky. I don't want to mix this stuff up. I know for the most part this works straight out of the bottle. So we're just going to go with it. I'm just going to make it happen. So we're going to pop a little of this into our airbrush. So Kenny, what are you going to do? What are you going to stream now instead of the War Hydra? Alright, so we got our airbrush. Make sure we're non-gunked. Dinosaurs aren't blue? Are you sure? How do you know? I feel like they could be. I feel like nobody really knows. So we're going to paint it blue. Put a glove on. Alright, into the pot it goes. Actually, we don't need that. We need a little bit. We're gonna mix it. So we'll do about 50-50 this and some Ulthan. Ulthan's a great color. It's got that it's basically a white gray. Really fresh color. Can do a lot of good work with this. Just put it in the pot there. Grab our buster brush and mix it up. You have 1 billion things to paint? That's not even a real number. You cannot fit 1 billion things in that room. I've seen it. Do a little back flush. Get the party started. There we go. So we're getting kind of a, almost like a pastel, it looks like. So now we're just gonna get in here and we're just gonna get like a little bit crazy with the details. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. We can almost like put some tiger stripes on it because everybody knows dinosaurs had tiger stripes. Let's see if it shows up. We might have to go lighter. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, we're gonna have to go lighter. Alright, let me dry this out. That is not. Right. We're gonna put some more Ulthan in there. That's not light enough. We just basically got to crystal blue. So it is a tad bit lighter than the Kaldor Sky. Vinglo. Vinglo says you guys don't know what you're talking about. There's no proof what color dinosaurs were. So my dinosaurs are blue. There you go. Nanny nanny boo boo. I think that's bright enough. I don't know. About to find out. We'll just keep adding some Ulthan until it's bright enough. Caleb. If you're new to the stream, generally I do not see stuff, comments, unless you say @SpikeyBits. But I happen to notice that. So how you win the army? It goes to the top donator overall on the night. What is this? I wrote notes to myself. Yep. Top donator, which right now I think is only $3. Yeah, so if it's still at $3 in about 2.5 hours, well, you win it. Alright, let's see what we got here. Might need some more Ulthan. I feel like we need more Ulthan. I mean, it's starting to show. I see it in the camera. But I want to go lighter. So we'll just keep going. Liz Gray, so it's the overall picture. Oh, is it not flashing up? Here, while I'm mixing this, let me throw it on some mouse. So there you can see it flashing up while I mix this real quick. It is 16 models, 3 prosecutors, 10 retributors, 3 judicators. I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's right. Here, I'll show you real quick. So here's one of the prosecutors with hammers. Yeah, it looks like it's coming in good. See that sweet fades we did there. on the wings. And like I said, this is all the G-Dub how to paint guide. Very easy stuff. Except for the airbrush fades, but that stuff is also easy with a little practice. Mr. Hammermans. There's 3 of these guys. And then 10 of your duders. Which you can field these in squads of 5 now, so that's pretty neat. So you have your battle line already included in the set because you have 2 squads of 5. The entire Mac, I don't know. I figured the first was payday for people, I guess. I guess I got my math wrong. I apologize. So yeah, that whole squad, there's 10 of those guys. Actually, there's two sergeants too. Well, technically, they're sergeant guys for the 5-man squads. They look like this. Does the airbrush make a big difference? It can, but it's very easy, you know, to get in here and do very similar stuff. You could take that mid-range blue, which would be, I don't know. You could just take like a light hawk turquoise or something and then just glaze it and get a very similar effect. And then the edge is just the edge work, you know. It's really just edge work to accent the contrast. So, I mean, it could be a little difficult, but I could see where it's also a little bit easier too. And like I said, the actual color scheme is the GW one out of the How to Paint Stormcast book right there. So, I mean, overall, I think it's 520 points of Sigmar. Remember, you can ally in 400 points of Sigmar in 2,000 point games now. So, it's still a neat little force there. All right, let's add some more Althan to this mix. Need to get this up and running here. And we will be doing some galleries a little bit later, so you can upload your stuff you're working on, your Beats Labs, your Eats Labs, whatever your work in progress or completed projects are. Yeah, it's basically the Thunder and Blood starter. Exactly, Lotus Cobra. Minus the Chaos side. Yeah, it is a great start if you get somebody that has a couple of Blood Warriors and stuff for Chaos. Then you could have a pretty even game against them. All right, let's try this again. Here we go. Carnasaur with a little bit light. So this is about 3 parts Althan Gray, 1 part Kaldor Sky. There we go. That's what we wanted. So you can see it really starting to pop now. But this is just the beginning. We're gonna definitely build up from this. So we want to go really wide with this coat now. And I want to do some like crazy stuff. I want to do like, I don't know. I just really want to get a good simple fade right now. But I also want to leave room to like mess around with. So I'm going to do like try to work some triangle kind of things in here. Like some little stripe-ish stuff. Which I think will be fun. What do I keep kicking? Is there a cat down here? Ugh, the worst. Yep, exclamation point gallery. There you go. Let me put my old people glasses on. Us old people have a hard time seeing. Alright, here we go. So you gotta hit all the main edges, of course. We're not dummies, we know this. But we're also gonna fade in a little like crazy zebra or stripe kind of things. And it won't be an exact triangle, I just kind of want to like work it a little bit. Working with the Citadel airs is a little difficult sometimes. But I don't have any flow improver in there because it was coming out a little too watery. So we're just raw dawing it. So we're going a little fat with these wedges. Or stripes, whatever you want to call it. Taking it all the way down the back. We don't have to be too neat at this point because we're not going to get in there and do our final like all-than kind of fade. But I still don't want to get stupid with it. So we're just going to work all of these angles. And we're going to hit the actual skin too. Same color. I know you're probably like, wait, what? Trust me. And we got to get our... Now the claws will be different, right? I'll flip this over. Now you can see where I didn't get all the primer underneath it, and I kind of did that for a reason. To also help with a little like crazy shading. See that? There's still primer, but it's not as pronounced. Gilliman's new mount. Yeah, boy. That's the nicest thing anybody ever said to me. Back flush this real quick. Put a little bit of flow improver in there. Spin it up. All right. It is a blue dinosaur. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. So we just put a little dab of flow improver in there. It seems to be helping a little bit. I don't want to get too crazy with the cheese whiz. This is all going to be like some sort of gold or something, so I'm just for the most part going to leave it alone. I feel like these quills are going to be, but I don't want to like go too crazy with them. Or what I might do is just highlight those by hand and fade the bill or the fin a different with the airbrush. A lot of times like this, we'll hand paint the base color and then we'll just go in and fade it with the airbrush up from darkest to lightest and then paint any details by hand. But I'll just paint that just in case. I don't think it's gonna be any of the blues we're using right here. And then like I said, we got down underneath on those back areas. Just because we got the angle from back here, so we might as well not waste it. Going nice and wide with this, not a big deal. Does James need another army? I mean, ultimately, do any of us need another army? I feel like the base of the hobby pyramid is formed by people that just like stuff and just want a hobby in general. James's Death Guard is looking fresh. He like basically busted out a whole painted Death Guard army. He's like, yo, check this out. I'm like, where did you get painted Death Guard from? I kind of want to buy sassy Death Guard Sergeant. Working with these airbrush paints from GW is a little difficult sometimes. That's right, just $4. That's all it takes. Getting a new army is secretly easy on Spiky Bits TV. Don't worry, Tim the Great. We feel you on that. And plus, I'm sure G Finnegan definitely appreciates it. I mean, I feel like you need what? You need an Age of Sigmar army, you need a 4K army. Let's try to make it up the tail here. Not even gonna worry about any of this crazy any of this. I don't even know what this is. What are those holding on glyphs? It's like strap-on glyphs. I don't even know. I can't even right now with that. Well, the airbrush is being a butt now. Got this side done. Well, at least with the first base coat. We just gotta make sure we get all our angles. Just a few. I think we're good on that side. Now we gotta flip it over. I didn't know why it's not coming out so well. Anything's possible with these G-Dub paints. Get our Buster brush in there. Little flow improver. Give it a good back flush. I feel like my GMAT controller is not working so well. May have something to do with it. Maybe not. Well, whatever. We'll just keep... We'll throw a little clean on it here in a minute. Alright, so we're just going to do the same thing from this side. Just hitting those areas. Well, that's the problem with putting too much flow improver in there. It'll get too watery. Just apply some air real quick and dry it out. I'm not sending anything else to Kenny. He's gonna throw it out on accident.
Thank God for them internets.
Tighten the spread of an airbrush? Well, you can do a couple of things. Like, you can get closer, turn down your PSI, and you can also throttle back on the dual action as you go backwards. Those are a couple of options. I tend to do some of each. I mean, I can't exactly show you right now because I think we need to clean the inside a little bit. But maybe once we get it clean. We can show you some stuff. way too watery. Another thing you can do to try to help sometimes is get out your plastic bristle brush and clean your tip off. Not always guaranteed to work, but could. So there is a little bit of buildup. Because the, I'm just gonna do it off camera over here. Because the airbrush paints from GW tend to dry out pretty quick. And if you add in flow improver, well, they tend to get a little watery. So it's almost like this damned if you do, damned if you don't with them. I've never had a harder time airbrushing anything than GW airs. Seems like that works, so we just got to keep the tip a little cleaner. Always keep your tip clean. Everybody knows that. Now it is watery because we did add in a little too much flow improver, but we're just gonna have to be aware and work around it. But that gives us an excuse for some really good fades. We just hit it with a little bit of air after we blast it, and they'll get faded in a little bit better. Or at least that's what I think. Definitely taking all my concentration just to keep this from being too watery. Oh well. A little frustrating. Okay. Alright, so we're just gonna make some little tiger stripes. We're just trying to go as wide with our highlights as best we can right now. And what we're gonna do is come back and fine-tune them here the next step. So something like this. There we go. Still a little watery. That's okay. Sometimes that's going to happen when you're mixing your paints. You just got to be aware that you can just blast it with a little air and kind of fix it. And I'm just getting underneath here. Making sure we got as much detail as possible. Alright, now for the back of the tail. We're just going to work it up from the bottom. Still watery. Frustrating. I knew not to add the flow improver, and I did it anyways, and this is what happened. Because there was a bit of a clog around the tip there. We just gotta make sure we're trying to get a maximum amount of air through this so it keeps it dry as it comes out. And this step, that's okay, because like I said, we're trying to go fat with our coverage. Now, could you imagine trying to base coat this with like Cantor Blue instead of using that spray can? Tim the Great, are you quoting Speed? Best movie in the history of ever. I haven't seen John Wick 2 yet. Should I? I feel like I should. I feel like I'm a bad American. I love the first one. What just happened? What just happened? I heard noises. Jace Wolf, thank you for the resub. G Finnegan, you slow rolling. Slow rolling down the river. Thank you, my man. Alright, now we're just tightening up some areas here. G Finnegan, it is probably your stuff from last week from Twitch. So there's probably an Empire of Man Kickstarter box in there too. RS Bluden, yes, we're going to do mini washes and glazes and all sorts of things. You're not even going to recognize this guy when we're done. You're going to be like, wait, what? Wait, what? I'm going to blow your mind with some of this. Really, the only reason it's taking long, per se, to paint right now is because I'm having a little airbrush issues. We'll get those hopefully fixed on the next color. But I want to make sure we got all our good coats here. Get our tiger striping. Gotta get some over here on this paw. So yes, we will be checking gallery stuff here soon. At some point when we start doing some washes and things. I think I might throw a matte coat on this, let it dry for 10-15 minutes while we do some gallery stuff. So exclamation point gallery, upload what you're working on right now, completed projects, whatever you got. We'll take a look. If you got any specific painting questions, or hey, Rob, what do you think about cats? I'd love to tell you. I have all sorts of silly things to say about everything. Tim the Great, I know what that's from too. I think that's that McDougal speech from Coming to America. McDowell's final answer. McDougal's, I think, is a pub in town. So you figuring no Morty though, or Empire? No Morty. You didn't get Morty? You didn't get your Morty yet? I'll have to check that tracking for you. Send me an email or a Facebook message.
Fucking clown shoes? Yeah. Really?
Black Wolf. This is totally Warhammer. This is literally Warhammer right here.
Slow counting madness.
Slow rolling. This is a Lizardman Carnasaur. What do you mean this isn't Warhammer? Totally Warhammer. It's on the front of the box. Look at this guy. Rawr. I'm an old blood. We're gonna paint him. Well, not him today. But we're gonna paint his Carnasaur. Gary the Fat Man. Enough of this slow rolling madness. I like your moxie, sir. I like your moxie. Alright, so our Carnasaur is blue. We're working it up through grays. And then we're going to work on the scales and the skin. And start getting that difference between the two areas. Because scales are going to be different than the skin. And the fins are going to be different. Hell, there's going to be gold right there on that Aztec thing. Total War Warhammer? This is not Total War Warhammer. I mean, they're literally the same thing. Is it a video game? No, it's not a video game. Turns out, this is what it's based off of. The tabletop hobby of Warhammer. Well, I guess this is technically Age of Sigmar now, but we're pretending we're going back to the old world. May it rest in peace. I feel like all our fades are good. All right, let's do a quick clean on this airbrush. I want to show you guys something. So we got a little bit of our swoosh color right there. It's our in-between. Our in-betweensies. So let's dump this out. Get our gooseneck. All that mess out. And this is the important part. All this dried paint right here that you're going to have at the top of your reservoir as your levels went down. You're going to want to get a piece of foam or some sort of, I don't know, plastic bristle-based scraping device. Yeah, this is the analog version. There you go. And get in there and get all that crusties, those Klingons out. Works great on the outside too. Watch out for cat hairs. I had a cat hair actually inside of my airbrush. Don't tell Kenny. The other day. Let's just get a little backflush going here. And keep the tip clean right here. What's going on, Cators? I'm painting blue dinosaurs. It's gonna be awesome. A little backflush action, get that out of there. Pull out the tip. You can see where that stuff dried on the inside. Get all that off. Now what I've been doing too is I've been running a little of this Grex has a really great 10x concentrated cleaner, which really means I don't know what that one's from, Tim the Great. I think you have stumped me. Unless it's The Simpsons. Then I have heard it. Where is it? Here it is right here. The green stuff. 10x cleaner. This stuff's great. Just put a little bit in here. Well, actually, let's pull our brass fitting out real quick. Give that a good little hose just in case. Boom. Hose that down nice and neat. This is looking pretty clean now. I feel like a lot of our issues were that was it drying on the end of the needle. But just in case, put a little bit of water in here and just a drop of this concentrated stuff. Literally a drop. Backflush of the mix, and you can already see it's definitely soapy already. Oh, Indiana Jones? Noise. How did I miss that? You have internets? I have internets too. Just not using it.
God for them internets.
I gotta check this thing real quick here. Lining up a battle report for tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, what the F is the internet? Alright, let's just go straight all thing gray now. Start working it in a lot of spots. Hopefully, a little bit of luck.
Stop using witchcraft only to get the fire off me!
Hopefully with a little luck here. This will spray true. I think you got me on that one too, Tim the Great. Alright, straight all fan gray. Looks like it's spraying pretty good. Alright, get some. Alright, so now we're going to go... Ugh, cat hair alert. Where's my tweezers? Let's use X-Acto. Oh, how that one got in there. I must take a shot. I don't know. It's been a long day. I probably deserve a shot or two. And immediately it stops working. Sweet. I'm really beginning to loathe the GW. I thought I'd give him another chance. I really did. But man, these GW airbrush paints are so bothersome to work with. It's like they either dry all over everything on the inside or they're just too wet. There's like no in between ever with them. Every time we use them on stream. So I'll put a flow improver in here and it'll become too wet. Yeah, with the brush, these things are great. I love them too.
I'm Lord Vader and I give respect. Your planet and your life is what I expect.
Slow rolling, rolling, rolling.
Truer words have never been spoken, G. Finnegan. You and Gary the Femman are going at it. Well, thank you, bro. Glad you like the Stormcast. I bought this batch when they first came out. Still one more name, so it is possible I have a bad batch. I would be... I don't know. I mean, it's just complete garbage, in my opinion. I've tried so many times with these paints. But here's the thing. I mean, Army Painter literally has... I mean, we could just try it. This is like an A-B comparison. Here we go. So we got Gorgon Hide, which is very similar to Althan Gray, right? Literally, quite possibly, not literally, very similar. Let me take a look. Like, I feel like this is a very similar paint. It might be... This might have a little bit of darker gray in it. Oh, Jaws? Oh, that was a good one. Sprout, we added all sorts of flow improver. The problem with the flow improver is that it becomes too liquidy. As I'm about to demonstrate, we have flow improver. 2 drops of flow improver.
PC load letter?
Okay.
What does that mean?
Let's try it again. The army painter, you definitely have to flow improve. 100%. Alright, let's try it from here. See what we can do. So we're just going at the tops. Trying to get in really tight here. And this is important for a good mix of paint, because you can't do this with... You can't be doing this with no buster, sputter, and stuff. Just cut in those little tiger stripes. Back here. I don't know what's going on at this point. And we're clogged. I was airbrushing this weekend just fine. Everything was fine. Non-G-dub paints. I put G-dub paints. Yes. We've seen it before. They are the worst. At least in this airbrush. I don't know what the problem is. This mix is good. Unless we get down in there and there's like a cat hair in the nozzle or something. But that's just ludicrous, in my opinion. I found like 1 in 6 years of airbrushing. But you also notice that there's a bunch of dry paint on the tip. And that is a known issue with these. They will dry out on the tip. I don't know. We're gonna keep going. It's frustrating as all get out sometimes with these paints. Cannot wait till we get to the next step. But I'll just keep getting the tip clean here. So we're just going over top, the raised edges. As careful as we can with the equipment we have and the problems we're having. A little brutal. Getting a lot of that done. I think that's good. Get these raised lizard edges. Cutting some tiger straps. Tiger straps. some of that rib work. Tiger straps. Guess we should finish up the head before we go back with it. Gear the film tomorrow night. Turns out there was a cat hair in the airbrush. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, it might be. I would rather there not be. Well, that was a little watery. Finger eraser.
Yeah, I want to kill you, boo.
Old tease. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to. We're trying to get my airbrush to work. Nah, it's not that bad. Or is it? Paint up a Carnasaur, blue, of course. The iciest of blues. Getting all those high edges and everything. Flip around to the face. Stupid face. Getting down to the bottom of the pot now. That's where that double dose of flow improver came from. Still sitting there. Okay. And since we can see the hands across here, murder hands, we'll get some of those too. Not waste the time being up here. Damn, is that another cat here? I swear to gosh. That's a big one. Alright, going to the back. Here we go. Do I accept the quote challenge? No, you can literally stomp me on purpose. That seems like a terrible idea. I'm afraid I cannot. We're a consummate professional here. We gotta concentrate on making our airbrush work instead of being drunk all the time. Mostly. Oh, been watching the whole stream. There you go. All right, let's go. Tiger straps. I think I'm just gonna end up blocking that color in anyways. But we'll do it anyways. Alright, to the back. Top ridge is easy. I want to be a little bit more creative down here. Big name movies from my 30s. What's it like to be old, dude? Throw a few out there. I'll try them. I don't have the internet, so we'll give it the college try. Dinosaur's face looks like Howie Mandel's in the movie Little Monsters. Yeah, I guess I could see it. Rawr. That's been a while. So we got our shades all done to here. We got most of the legs underneath that we can reach. And I think I'm gonna have to get that one right there, that far one, real quick. I already know this one. That's Aliens 2. Sergeant Apone. I actually got a Sergeant Apone miniature. I think it was they couldn't say it was the Gen Con Limited exclusive from Protos, but it's pretty fresh looking. I might show it to you guys at the gallery. Speaking of which, we're gonna get to that soon. As soon as I finish this coat, I'll go spray it real quick. Watt spraying will check out your work in progress, your beach labs, your eats labs. Completed projects too are okay. Give you some feedback or just ooh and ah. Whichever works. Oh, I need to check my text messages. Trying to line up this battle report. For tomorrow. Okay. Just trying to do it as late in the day as possible. Mornings are not a good idea for battle reports. For me. Plus, we're streaming tomorrow night, too. Alright, let's get this. What did I do here? Cut those back and up. Okay, that looks good. Just trying to match them symmetrically on both sides. Seems like a good idea. And we're just following up on the ones we already did right there. And then all of your plates are all gonna be, make sure you get all your tips. Just planning this out. It's a lot of detail. You gotta make sure you get all the planes underneath, all the rib cages, all that silly stuff. These ham fists. Unstoppable T-Rex arms. That I don't know, Tim the Great. Is that Pulp Fiction? It might be Pulp Fiction. Hard to say. I don't remember Pulp Fiction a whole lot. I haven't watched it since high school. There was definitely some interesting lines in that one. I don't know. Somebody, can I phone a friend? Am I allowed to phone a friend? Somebody with internet and a 15-second delay. I have another text message. I must check it. We are super professional streamers tonight. All right, I think we have. All right, let's get this tail. Gone as high as we can with our stuff here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me just double check all our angles. No stupid faces. Obviously, this is going to take a lot of detail work with the brush when we get up to the face. But that's the fun part. Faces are focal points. Always check in before you put a color away. Sometimes an amazing idea. So who wants to make a side bet that there is or isn't a cat hair inside the airbrush? When I strip it down tonight and clean it for good. I think we got. Just want to make sure our fades are all good, symmetrical on each side. Look at those tiger stripes. Tiger stripe. Tiger stripes all the way to the back. I'm happy with this. I love painting big fatties. Okay. So, we're gonna get up, we're gonna wash this, we're gonna get up, we're gonna spray down a matte coat, we're gonna check the gallery, exclamation point gallery. While we're doing that, he will be dry. Oh, Redskins playing tonight? That's what's up. Cool, we're doing AdMech. Alright, nice. Okay, let's blow this out, and we are done with the airbrush for tonight. Just give it a quick clean. Sports ball. Hear that Verizon commercial with Odell Beckham? Hilarious. I'll always watch the Super Bowl. I don't care who's playing. Generally, it's a good game for the most part. You know what we're gonna do too? Well, when we can. When this isn't slippery as all get out, we're gonna drop this little bad boy into. I got a premix in here of a little. Damn, look at that. I just put this in here this nozzle in here over the weekend, and there was that much crud in it. That's crazy. So what I'll do is I'll put a little solution in here. It's kind of like that shot glass trick Kenny does. So I'll put a little bit of solution in here, and then like 1 or 2 drops of that cleaner, because remember it's 10 to 1. Oh no. Is it stuck? There we go. And that is actually gonna get in there and clean that out. I'll leave it up here so I remember it. Clean that. Okay. So there's that. We'll keep that off camera. Get our glove. Okay, we're gonna go. Be right back. Actually, I'm gonna spray this guy down so we can work a little bit more on him. So we'll go to the be right back screen, but I'm gonna leave up. Actually, I'll probably turn the mic off. We'll be right back. Ha! I remembered I was muted. And we're back. We got Mr. Carnasaur sprayed up and drying off over there in the corner of the room. Probably smells like all get out, but that's alright. It doesn't kill us, it makes us stronger. I do not recommend doing this. I cannot condone this course of action. Alright, let's jump over to the gallery. Let's see what we got in here. Where did it start? Okay, right there. Take a look. Exclamation point gallery. If you want to get your work in progress or completed. What the heck is this? It's like an error or something. I do not know where this started. I think I know. I think you know. What quote? I don't know. I missed it. I'm sorry, Tim the Great. I don't know that one either. Lethal Weapon? Maybe? Alright, looks like we got a few in here. Can't exactly tell what this starts. Here we go. What are these? Lord Wedge. Lord Wedge in here? Is this where we started? Brass rotting. What are these? Kador? I can't tell. A shaft? Wow. There you go. That was a good movie. The one with Samuel L., right? I hope. I really don't remember the first one. Definitely not. Lord Wedge. These look good. Yeah, brass rotting. I think Kenny's brother used to brass rod his corn berserker axes. That was so much work. It looked great, but he was like, man, Tender Gray, I'm not doing shots. Stop it. Stop trying to get me drunk. Stop it. Come on. They look so good, but it takes so much time. Holy cow. Definitely appreciate that. Mustang Palmer 1911 30K assembly. I feel like this might not have been our stream. But either way. Got the whole cork and brass rod enabler, right? Brass rod. This, see, this is interesting. I guess I should turn the airbrush off. Can't see the gallery images. We're just consummate professionals here. I don't want to show you the gallery. Okay, I'll show you the gallery. Since you guys asked so nicely, I'm gonna go turn off the airbrush too. Obviously, as you can all tell, it has been a rather busy day around here. I am a bit frazzled. We will shoulder on. Retelling the shipping story of 4:45 p.m. All right, so there we go. There's Lord Wedge's brass rotting. Definitely looks good. So good. Doing that with Corn Berserker axes, definitely pretty dope too. But again, hugely time consuming. Alright, jump over to the next one. Oh, Vingo, yeah, I see what you're saying. Well, it depends, like, let's see. So if this goes thin, it's good, but if this goes big, then it cuts in. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Can we fix that? I feel like we should be able to fix that. Let's find that. Is this it? Yeah, this is it. Let's see how close we can get. How about that? It's about the best we can do. Let's see how that other one looks. Yeah, I guess that's better. How's that? Approve? Disapprove? Swipe right, swipe left. Okay, I feel like that's good. So here's Mustang Palmer, 30K assembly. It looks like crazy cork spiders. Who doesn't love a crazy cork spider? Now, this is kind of, there's a couple different ways to go about this. A lot of people leave the shoulder pads and the heads off, glue the arms on, and the shoulder pads separate. This is kind of like a completely different way of looking at it. And I like this. But, you know, obviously do what's best for you. Wherever you feel your wheelhouse is at, you know what's better. Ooh, the entire Mac. Finally done with the gray facts. Crazy Horse Lady. I don't know why this is sideways. I think this is that other thing people were talking about with the gallery. So I apologize for that. I have no control over it. We share this with Slow Fuse, the community streamer gallery. Hey, Kitty. So, gray facts looking tight. Great metals. I like how you use the gray instead of black. It's pretty cool. Inquisitor Shadowfax. It's Horse Lady. Grays definitely get it done. You even did the little candle. Nice. Yeah, we got a cat. Come on. There we go. We has cat. If the image was provided sideways, that's a problem with if you accidentally take it horizontal. Sometimes then
to drive to the devil's house.
with your iPhone or whatever.
Drive, monkey, drive!
Drive, monkey. GM FOD? GM Food? How am I supposed to say that? Send me a whisper. Let me know how to say your name. Thank you for the donation. I think that puts you in front of G Finnegan. Don't worry. He'll come over top by like $1. That's what he does. Just let him do it. It's his thing. Which cat? Which cat we got? We got Black Cat. Final answer. Here he is. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you are getting so big. Oh, so big. Not happy. Not a happy cat. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Don't freak out. We're still friends. Don't kill me. There we go. GM, thank you for the donation. I think that puts you in first. Yep, there it is. Updated. Boom. And it looks like there's only about less than 40 minutes to become the top donator. Andre in the house. Andre just got nice hair removal. You got the Furminator. Actually, it's not the real Furminator. It's like the knockoff Furminator from Amazon. He's all his little cat hairs off. But yeah, she's looking good. Only suggestion I would make, perhaps, is maybe some tufts on the base. But other than that, she looks great. Straight thugging it out. The cats have returned to the mountain. Oh, Annie's trip, it went decently well. I guess she had like a little bit of high blood pressure, which is understandable, driving an hour and a half. I just got to do a little follow-up. There was a little kidney thing, which is like an old cat thing, and Camo Specs, it's gallery, exclamation point gallery. Our streams should all be the same one, but they're not. So yeah, I just got to do a little follow-up this week or next with her primary care veterinarian here in town. Get those items looked at. All right, next up, let's see what this looks like. Ooh, hey, it's Lady Cast. That looks like she is in the Grimdark. Oh, I see what you did there.
I drink and I know things.
That's right. Just not as much tonight, apparently. This lady cat's looking fresh. What, oh, Canoness. Oh, okay, I'm tracking. She's pretty perfect for that. Just a few purity seals. Liberal application of purity seals. Glowy axe and poof. Grimdark. That plasma pistol's pretty tight. Yeah, I know camo specs. We should have one unified gallery command. It's still warmer name. Don't you do it. I will not use it. I'm not gonna use the tongue cat brush. But this Canon S is looking good. You can send that to me for my birthday. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, I like the glow effects up there on her axe from the focus point. Yeah, it's definitely an Inquisitor. The red's looking good between the cape and the plasma pistol. All of the white's looking fresh. You're really good at the blacks. Like fading the black with your Raven Guard. This white looks great. It's not chalky. It's faded well. It's got good contrast. Love it. Even the hair, you know, you didn't go some crazy like super blonde or anything. It's just the palette all works together. Almost like an ivory, I guess. Very cool. Oh, it's a repose of the left arm and a weapon stock. Okay. And I like that pelt too. Again, same palette. Nice warm tones. Nothing too overpowering for the white. You might be able to give that a little bit of a glaze to get in there on those little individual fur textures. Might be able to. Maybe. I think you can. Yeah, that turned out really good, dude. Camera 1, camera 2. Very, very cool. When did you get this? You must have just painted this weekend. Gary the Fat Man. Waiting for other stuff to dry project. I know that feeling. We're waiting for something right now. So we got a Primaris Templar. Looks like you threw decals on there. I'm curious. Oh wait, if this isn't the multi-part, you couldn't do the shoulders separate. I did a Black Templar army, and I thought I was like the smartest dude in the world when I did it. Until somebody told me the same trick one time, and I was like, I'm not the only one. I primed the shoulder pads white, and then I lipped the trim with black, and it saved so much time instead of having to paint white over black. So much more time. Oh, okay, still one more name. Yeah, it was a little light. Sometimes I don't see stuff the same way it's presented on the screen, so it's kind of hard to piece it together. But that's awesome. If you said you got it, I definitely have no doubt in your abilities there. So I really like this. Nice clean whites, not chalky. Your lines are super crisp. I like how to match the white you went with the dark gray instead of like the blue gray. And the base looks great. I think that's one of those, what is it, the Sector Mechanicus maybe, I think they call it. Even though, you know, you did a great job on the eyes. You got the faded red, and you even got the dots in the back corners. It's very hard to do. Very, very hard to do. This looks great, Gary the Fat Man. I hope you have more of these, because they would look so fresh on the tabletop. There's something about the contrast between black and white that we all just like dial into as people as soon as we see it on the tabletop. Oh, here we go. Project ADD, man, don't even get me started. What's everybody's Project ADD out there? Because I tell you what, I look across the table, I see a Night Titan, a Custodes Night Titan with Shapeways upgrades that we're gonna paint, I don't know, soonish. I got my Emperor conversion. I've got Death Guard, 20 Death Guard Plague Marines. I got Mortarion, base coated, ready to go. We got what we're working on tonight. Plus the top rider, the the old one rider. Brutal. Every project is Project ADD. I guess you could say it, look at it that way from all the colors and everything. So, oh, we got a Crusader here with, are those Blood Angels? It looked like you got Blood Angel pads on there. Some Mark IVs. It looks like Mark IVs. I like that posing on your knight there. Very cool. Came with the base, was a giveaway at the G-Dub store. Oh, okay. That was the give out guy. I got you. So you're just like, yo, let's just paint it up. There you go. Winner, winner. Good start here so far. Nice posing on the knight. He's almost like doing that Aladdin, I can show you the world pose. You know the one. Mark IV's got off eBay for a song. Nice. There's been you can get some good stuff on eBay, man, if you're patient. I feel like that's an upgrade bit for the head on the knight, though. Is that the Custody one? JP Hizzle. Morty. Greater than the evil one. No spoilers, man. I could tell from the title of Rick and Morty episode 10 what it was going to be about. Well, at least Shapeways. Gotcha, Gary the Fat Man. Yeah, I like that head. So this is looking pretty sick, JP Gray. I know your real name. I could tell your real name. Oh, we got a host. Fancy Unicorn. Thanks for the host. Welcome everybody coming over. That knight definitely has a you want a piece of me. I want all the pieces. So JP Gray, this Mortarion's looking pretty fresh. I don't know about those greens, a little too bright. Kidding.
On
Love it.
moviepoopshoot.com, did you say Jay and Silent Bob are quote fucking clown shoes?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, Gary the Fat Man, that sucks when you get stuff that wasn't cared for. But sometimes that's the appeal. See you, Fancy Unicorn. Thanks for the host. So we're just going through the work in progress gallery here. We're gonna get over to the working on our Carnasaur from Total War Warhammer II. Of course, that's that big Lizardman that the Saurus Old Blood rides in a battle. We're gonna paint it analog style here. Gary the Fat Man, are you slow rolling again? I like it. Thank you, bro. Looks like you're back in the lead. Alright, I like these greens. I definitely like the armor. Looks nice and faded fresh. That pre-heresy style. Bone looks good too on the shoulders. Goes from light to dark. That's that whole demon bone palette. And I don't even know where to begin on those wings. I like the blue and I like that green veins. The green veiny mess. That looks really fresh. And the purples are on point too. No idea what colors those are up top, but it's all working together pretty good here. Alright, let's see what's up next. James, stay stealth. Well, I'm glad the VA's got your back there. Alright, let's see what else is in here real quick. I don't know what that one error was there in there. Alright, we got a few more. Oh, this is some cool stuff. So where were we? Here's a Stormcast. The agiest of Sigmar. Lotus Cobra working on his Thunder and Blood Starter 2. Looks like you're airbrushing up the gold. Touched it up with the blues. Those are some shiny golds. Liking it so far. It's crazy. Little shiny gold. A little flesh wash, cutting it back. Always looking good. Great job here. Oh, great start, right? Still got to detail it out a little bit. Victorian brass. Oh, I do not know that color. What color line is that? Those golds are very shiny. Ooh, what is this? Some crazy steampunk walker. No name on it, so I'm claiming it. This is my walker boat. That's the official name of it. I don't know what this is, but it looks cool. See if we got any contextual clues. I feel like that guy goes in the Steamwalker boat. Oh, scale 75. Nice. We got some of those to use when we get back to painting some of these gold stuff. Old Witch Scrapjack. Oh, this is Kador. Okay, that makes more sense. Grimoire Gamer. I'm assuming this is your work and not mine. Oh, it's Grim King Kate. Oh, this is that one chick that goes with both. I remember. I thought there was another one too. It was like 2 girls or something. This is great. Very cool looking. Good use of all the earth tones here, right? You got some grays. You got some reds that don't overpower everything because you use the brown, base reds. Great tabards, all that stuff. Even your golds, you didn't overpower the metals or anything like that. Kept it all in the same palette. Same here. Nothing overpowers anything. It all flows very well. There's the back. Okay, so she's got some sort of sack with something with the hands in it, trying to escape. Nice. Yeah, wood grain and red definitely looks good. Another angle there. Lots of skulls. Camo specs. Looks like some mech warrior action here. Of course I can't place any of those mechs. I thought I was better than this. Appears I am not. Man, this took a lot of hard work and dedication here. Look, you got a whole battle scene built up from scratch. Then you had to paint the mechs too, and some of the tanks. And then just for fun, you threw in some cars, some destroyed cars and a lamppost. Like, how cool is this? So much work. And then you got a knocked out, and you even put like flame weapon effects on the end of the barrels. Holy cow. That's just crazy. Wow. Yeah, this is why you haven't painted any G-Dub camo specs. That is mad detailed. Like, I know how much work goes into something like this. Is this for... Oh, there's little dudes! You got little dudes up there. There's little snipers. I didn't even see those. Look at that rusted corrugated metal. Dude, this is bananas. You got freaking gravel like the size of a penny down here. Like gravel patches, all painted up, all perfectly weathered. Freaking the cracks of the sidewalk have detail. You got like oil streaking from the tank. Like, this is bananas, dude. So much work went in. Is this for like a model contest or something? Like, yeah, look, you got weapon effect. You got OSL lighting here. You got freaking kill markers. What's that? Clan Steiner? Don't ask me how I know that. I don't know. Kill markers. Unit squad markings. Come on, bro. This is amazing. GM, thank you for the bits. Making it rain cats. Dude, Age of Sigmar is fresh. If you haven't played it, you should really give it a try. Especially with the new General's Handbook. This is a bushwhacker, okay. Nice. There's that knocked out mech. You got girders and stuff in here. I couldn't even imagine how long it took to do that checker pattern. I mean, these things are just as big as a GW model. Like a standard, like, Primaris Marine. Like, they're not small by any means. The cars are small. Crazy. It was for a contest. You're not sure if you won? Dude, I want to see what won if you did not win. This is crazy. The entire Mac. Yo, great job on that. Camo Specs, you are a painting ninja. I don't even know what to say. That would take me like a year to do. Like, easy. Like, mad props. Like, it's all hobby stuff here. This isn't just like GW exclusive or anything. Like, that's mad props, dude. 6mm scale. Whew. You knocked that out of the park on that one. The entire mech. Got your inquisitorial trifecta. Man. Look at Coteas over there, all like, you know, over 10 years old and Buster, and look at all these new like fresh computer design guys on the right. So dope. These guys are looking good. They all fit the same palette. Put your tufts on there, dog. You need some tufts. It's all about the tufts. Yeah, it was amazing. These look great too. I especially love Valdis. Got some great highlights on the gold wings and stuff. We saw Horse Lady Inquisitor earlier. Alright, one more refresh. Let's get back to painting. That was it. Alright. Done with the gallery. Thank you everybody for sharing. Camo Specs. Amazing stuff tonight. That Morty's looking fresh. Great Canon-esque conversion. Lots of cool stuff. We even had some privateer in here. I love this new Grimkin. It's all about the tufts. I love this new Grimkin. Those things are legit. Alright, let me get up and grab that. Grab Mr. Carnasaur. Should be about dry. Start working some washes in. Ah, it's stuck to the... Dang it. Okay, we're good. Alright. So we grabbed our Carnosaurus back. Looking good. Got our sick fades on it. Let's go put it under the... Oof. Settle in here. How's this looking? I feel like we're good. We're in focus. You can see all the great detail work there. Oh, Lando, they got some Grimkin down there. Man, that's such cool looking miniatures, them Grimkin. Okay, so now we're gonna start washing things down a bit. And that's when you're gonna really start seeing this transform. So, up top, we're gonna do the scales. Just like a dark blue. And then we're gonna worry about the bottom maybe next stream. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll work, I probably won't have any time to work on it tomorrow because we gotta record a battle report. I would like to though, but I don't know if we'll have time. So we're gonna bust out our Gilliman glaze real quick. Shake that up, get it nice. And I think we're gonna grab this straight out of the pot. So I'm gonna leave that one open and grab our wedge brush. Right here, nice wedge brush to work it. What's going on, Liz Gray? 15 minutes on top D? Alright, well, we'll do a little bit of wash work here. Now, we kind of changed it up a bit. We got top D ended about 30 minutes before the stream's over.
Too big to drive to the devil's
For all you slow rollers. Nothing wrong with that. We just, you know.
Drive, Marky, drive!
We just want to get out of here at a decent hour. We all got to work in the morning. GM, thank you for the donation. Enjoy those catnaps. So remember, regardless, if you are the top donator, you can always keep the catnaps for the rest of the month. Use them to enter our contests. And you can also redeem them for more on that. Exclamation point redemption. We'll get you all the info you need to know. We're going to be streaming, I think it's 5 weeks this month. So lots of opportunities to pick up catnaps. So we're just going to go from the scales up with the wash. So we're just going to get in here, start working. The first layer is the most important layer because that's going to get your stick going. And for this, because it's a glaze and not an actual wash, we'll probably have to do, we're just going hard in the paint because there's so much detail on these. See, look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that incredible how that glaze works after we give it a... we sprayed this down with a little Tester's Model Master dull coat, or excuse me, lusterless. Normally I would have used a semi-gloss. Let's flip this around so I can get a better angle. Normally I would have used a semi-gloss, but I didn't have any, so we just used a straight lusterless, and it'll be fine. So you can see here it's still kind of settling over and getting in the cracks, which is what we want. But it's still a little thin, even straight out of the pot. There we go. Ugh, I got wash all over my light. I'll fix that later. That's a little too thick, and you can always come back with your brush and just get the Klingons and the Glicklops off. Just make sure you get in all the cracks nice and neat, just like that. So we're gonna stay above
PC load letter.
If you get some right here, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. If you catch it in time, it's not. Generally, it's not the end of the world, but if you splash a little, we'll have to clean that up with a different paint. That's okay, we're not working on that side right now.
I'm doing my part.
Ziha 101, thank you for the sub. Super appreciate it. Enjoy those emoticons. Hold on. Cat emoticons. And we want to make sure that we get in here on these bottom nice and neat. I'm not too worried about that, but we'll come back and try to fix it. So then we'll back here and make sure we didn't go over on the other side. If we did, we'll just kind of nudge it off there. We'll just work one side at a time on the scales. Klingons and Glipglops. What's wrong with Klingons and Glipglops? You don't want no Klingons and Glipglops. Make your model all messy. So we're just gonna get in here around all these stupid glyph, gem, stupid lizard things. Lizard bling, we'll call them lizard bling. Just working the scales. We're just working the scales. What you guys doing? Just working the scales. Getting our solid first coat down so we can stick some other stuff to it.
On moviepoopshoot.com, did you say Jay and Silent Bob are quote fucking clown shoes? Yeah. Really?
Gary the Fat Man. Slow roller extraordinaire. I love it. You play poker, Gary? I feel like you'd be good at it. Thank you for the donation. I assume that's the takeover top donator. So you can see here, nice, solid wash work all the way back. No Klingons, no Glipglops. We're using our nice chisel brush to a point. And now this is weird. So look at this. It's like almost like steps, like stupid lizard scale steps right here. So we gotta be careful with that. So I'm just gonna get up here, work all this crap back. Work these scales. What are you doing? Just working these scales, no big deal. Nothing to see here. Just working it. LT. He's probably right if we're talking about the same thing. You never want Klingons. You want to go fast. I don't know, that looks good. It looks like the scales stretch back. I'm not gonna mess around with that much. It's all starting to be skin right there, so really think of this like a primer wash, just to get in there and get it down nice and neat so you can build up from it. And there's some there on his Shakira hips. They don't lie. They got scales, they don't lie. And back in the cut right there, which you probably can't see, but it's like underneath. So we're gonna try to work it. It's gonna be a little off camera, I apologize. Some of these angles are super weird. To show you all. And I'm gonna get in here and dab it off a little bit because I know that's gonna spill out onto the skin. And what do we not want? Klingons and Glipglops. Okay. So we're about halfway done with that base coat. Look at that, boom. Base coat of wash. Up here we can be a little bit more liberal because there really isn't anywhere to screw it up. It should theoretically all flow downhill. This is a little bit more spaced out right here. I don't kind of like the look of this, so I'm gonna go in and give it another hit, another bump. I don't know what that's about. It's just sloppy sculpting a little bit, in my opinion. So all of this is fair game right here. That might be because there's supposed to be like a howdah or something right there. I don't know. I haven't looked at the alternate builds of this. LT. I'm pretty much a marine biologist. I know these things. Oh, Drakenhof, you know what? Son of a biscuit. Do we want Drakenhof? Ooh, D-Drag. You might have started something. Drakenhof might be too dark. Hold on, let me get this. It's too late now, but... It's an interesting idea, sir. Nah, you know what? I think I'm going to stay with it. I want to stay with it. D-Drag, I like your idea. I like where your head's at. I like the darkness that you're going with. That dark Drakenhof. But I feel like this will be okay. Or we'll completely ruin it, and you were right. Either way, we all get to watch something fun. I feel like if this was, I don't know. I want this to be big and bright and obnoxious. Because let's face it, everybody's going to say it's stupid anyways. I'm sure everybody saw the Mortarion comments from the stream that we painted. Well, I mean, I painted on. I didn't completely paint it. BTTQ painted the majority of it. But we posted it up. Definitely split down the middle on whether folks liked it. I believe there's a bunch of bad words mentioned. Some diseases you should never wish on anybody. But, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Turns out the internet is full of haters. I know everybody's shocked by this. Spots or stripes? We might cut in some stripes at the end. I don't know. It might look okay with a glaze and some edge work. But I mean, there's underlying stripes already that we kind of put in there. You can still see them. They're still visible right there. Boom, boom. And they're over here too. So they're gonna be around. They're gonna be there, just not as blatant as some people might like.
I'm Lord Victor and I give respect. Your planet and your life is what I expect.
People just complain to complain. No way. I don't believe you. What's going on? What'd I miss? GM $13.99. I think that puts you firmly in the lead of G Finnegan for that 500 points. Age of Sigmar Army. How much time's left in that? 2 minutes left. Oh my goodness. 2 minutes left. Somebody's gonna get a good deal on that. If that goes for, what is it? $35. Have we even hit a cow box yet? What's going on? Nah, almost. I feel like cats are not gonna be eating very good tonight. If that's the case. Alright, we're gonna get up under here. Oh, there it is. I was like, where the heck? A little hard to differentiate what's skin and what's scale at this point here. But I think we got it. Alright, let's check this side. Make sure there isn't any. Okay, we're good. Again, there's a lot of flat areas right here that's just gonna have to, we're just gonna have to make this work. With some, maybe some hyper highlights at the end or something. Coming over top of that, and there's some scale down in the mouth too, the mouthhole area. I'm not sure what I want to do with that yet. I gotta think on that, but we're definitely gonna get the scales right here. Where am I hiding? I don't know. Where am I hiding? Was I off camera? I feel like I was not. I might have been.
So air. Paint.
Ooh, down to 30 seconds. You guys are either the Slowy McSlowsters or those Sigmars are not as cool as I thought they were. Alright, so we're gonna get all of this. Again, it's a little hard to see where the skin starts and the scales, or the skin stops and the scales start.
Does internet porn know you're cheating on it?
Race car has been... I don't know what's going on. I think I would hit it with a little refresh, the entire Mac. Here we go. Because I'm looking at a live feed and it looks good. Well, 15 seconds off, but I think that's it. Somebody... If your stream is froze, I would recommend refreshing. Somebody has, and I can't tell who because I'm trying not to let this wash get away from me. It's just one of those Sigmars. I'm pretty sure this is on stream. What a steal is correct. Alright. Who was it? Who was it? GM, is that right? GM, did you just win these? I believe it was GM. Hype up. GM, FOD. Don't know how to say their name correctly, so we'll go with that. Fast and ready, what's happening? Painting a Carnasaur. Rawr. Carnasaur. I feel like the cats don't get to eat tonight on that one. But somebody got some really sweet Sigmars. Alright, let's get it. I think this is good now. Okay, there we go. We got them scales. And there's some scales underneath too, but that's okay, we got them. There's like rando scales right here. Very weird. Please don't cat guilt you. Nah. It ain't like that. Alright, let's get these rando scales down here. Well, we were trying something different tonight. Normally we just paint one miniature. That, as you can imagine, was considerable time and effort to accomplish, even though it was only, what, 16 figures? We got a lot of tutorials out of them over on YouTube. But definitely probably not going to do anything like that in the future. Okay, so we got pretty much all of our scales locked in. Mostly dark enough to where I'm happy with it on this side. And it looks like we got plenty of time. We'll probably scale up the other side. And you can see oh, by the way, GM, whisper me your real people name, real people shipping address, and we'll get this packed up and out to you towards the end of the week, probably. I'm gonna pause and have a quick beverage. Now we still might have another giveaway. I don't know. We're almost to a cat box. Every $100, it's a cat box giveaway. I'm not sure, but stay tuned. Yeah, there you go. There's the whisper. G Finnegan, yeah, you did. That's alright, buddy. There's always next week. Everybody's working on Age of Sigmar tonight. Where's the shot? We got no shots. We can't afford shots tonight. Can I LT I got no cats. It might come up on the cat command cam. Can I just hit it? I guess I could. Here. Show start. I don't think this will affect anything. There you go. There's Annie. I don't know what the rest of them are. Annie, say hi. She's not interested. Cat's gone missing. I can afford paint water shots. Oh my gosh, paint water shots. Brutal. That's the one thing that cracks me up. No, the army does not come with cat hair. That was a completely different thing. We're consummate professionals here. And that was only pre-built minis. That was not painted minis. Ooh, look at those sexy Sigmarines. Yeah, I don't know where all three cats are. I don't know if I got a whisper. Did I get a whisper? Boom. There you go. Alright, let's do some more painting. Let's get some forward progress done here. Alright.
On moviepoopshoot.com, did you say Jay and Silent Bob are, quote, fucking clown shoes?
Yeah.
Really?
Beals Modius, thanks for the donation, man. Super appreciate it. Oh, D-Drag, you whispered me about a good face surgeon? Appreciate that, man. I don't know if I got any whispers. I can't really check whispers. Normally they come through on the screen, but I don't know what's going on. I haven't seen any pop up. I don't know if that's a Twitch beta thing or something. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I forgot how to cat. Okay, so here's where we're at. We got our wash on the one side. You can still see some of the striping, which is fine. It just wanted it to be subtle. And there's a whisper. Got a whisper. And now we're just gonna go on this side and go down and get all of that great detail, scales. That's what we're doing, scales. Okay, GM, I saw a whisper come through. I will check it after stream. So again, we're just using our chisel brush. Getting in here. Okay. And we're just working all the wash in. Well, this is more of a glaze. This is actually a glaze. But we're watching this line down here. Just making sure we don't get it on the skin area. And pulling it back right here. Oh. I guess that's why I couldn't figure out how to say your name, GM. Usernames are cool if, like, I guess somebody's not trying to communicate with you, you know, verbally. Sometimes that may not work out so well, I guess. Like I said, we can be a little sloppy at this point because up here there really isn't nothing to get Glipglops and Klingons on. What's the sniper counter for? So sniper counter is if people make a top donator donation and somebody else comes in and tries to donate over top of them and they might not have enough time to donate again. Actually, I said I wasn't sure what I wanted to do down here. They might not have enough time to do another donation. They lose out. It's kind of like eBay, I guess. So we found some of the streams that was happening and people were getting upset. So we didn't want any of that. So we put the sniper counter in there. What did everybody say? That needs to be changed to black font with white trim. I'll try to do that before the next stream if I get a chance. I think it would frame out a little bit better. So Darth Poop, hit exclamation point info. Every $100 in donations, long story short, triggers a Catbox giveaway, which is a free keyword raffle that people can get on. If you win, we basically spin a wheel, for lack of a better term, and you win whatever prize is on there, and we ship it out to you. And that's what those prizes are in the scroll list. Those are the items that are in there. I think there's usually like 8 or 10, just depending. Plus, you get the folks that donate for the top donator or just for catnaps to do different things also get to keep their catnaps for redemptions and other giveaways too. So it's kind of like a win-win. Even if you don't win, you're still a winner. Everybody's a winner. So we're just kind of blocking it all in, slowly but surely. It's all about patience at this point, because working with washes, glazes, they can definitely get away from you. So you want to be very patient. Just go back, work stuff in before it dries. You could have a fan going. That definitely helps a little bit. I missed a spot right there. Not 100% necessary, but it does help. Is that a howdah? What the heck is that? I don't even know. I feel like everything down around these shoulders is gonna be armor plate. That's a lot of detail. It's kind of hard to figure out. I'm just gonna have to make a gut stab in the dark right there and painted them scale color. And you're gonna get areas of variance where you're gonna have a little bit more wash, and also it's gonna be a little darker or a little lighter because of the airbrush work we did. Like, you can see the stripes still in there, and that's cool. That's what we wanted. So we gotta get in here and get these. It's all starting to come together now. Got a nice dark scales. And we're just gonna have to kind of use this as a step because these don't necessarily work so well. Okay. Getting to the back, we got a little bit of buildup right here, so we're just gonna spread it out. Rinse my brush off, still keep it kind of moist, and that's gonna be able to pull some of this wash off of other areas. We're just kind of work it in. Just have to be on a little bit of a pivot as you're working these washes. Kind of keeping an eye on everything everywhere, and know when to turn down your speed and throttle it up just to get a little extra done. So like right here, we're just gonna get in with the finger eraser, work that back a little bit, keep our line nice and fresh. Right here we went a little light, so we can come back and darken it. You can still see that striping, which is really cool.
In 3, 2, 1.
Is this a 5 o'clock free crack giveaway?
Worst color for a dinosaur ever. How dare you, Rob?
I don't know who that's commenting, but I love it already. Who is that? James Day Stealth. You beautiful person, you. Thank you for the compliment and the donation. I mean, you can pay to insult me anytime. Those are the best kind of insults. The entire Mac, what should I do my eagles on my custodies? Should I do my eagles on eagles? You mean like the Aquila on the guy's chest? What are we talking about here? Give me a visual. Give me a location on the body. Show me on the custodies where you want to touch them with silver. James, are you loading up on catnaps again? What's going on? I think we got most of this blocked in pretty good for the most part. Let's check the top here.
I'm a bad boy. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come?
Shin guards and pauldrons. I think silver might be good, or you could do like a red, maybe. I don't know. What are you feeling? Silver might work. Highlight it up in the same tone. GM. Another donation. Clutch. Thank you. Oh no. That's a glip glop. I think we got it all off. Yep, we got it all off. Okay. So we got really good definition. Oh man, neon green dinosaur. Next one's neon green. You heard it here first. You were so bored. You had nothing left to do except for donate money. James, stay stealth. I love it. Did we hit? We hit 100 bucks. All right. How much time we got? Oh, we got 10 minutes. Okay, let me just put this last code on. Well, I feel like it may not seem like it. Now, think about this. If I hadn't had pre-sprayed this, that blue army painter spray, this would have taken a lot longer to get to this point. You know what I mean? I know you're not seeing the final vision yet, but the trick here is to try to save time, believe it or not. So by airbrushing everything one color, we're going to try to manipulate the same colors in different ways now, and then just leave the bulk of the work to the final actual brush strokes, so fine detail brushes. And then of course, you know, the guy on top's always the guy on top. That's a completely separate miniature that's gonna have to
bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come?
Liz Gray. Yeah, that's right, James, stay stealth. Bad day in Catland. Cats got. They're looking at me with hungry eyes right now. Let's get these spots right here. Suppose I should start the giveaway. Okay. All right, what we got? Let's see. Raffle. Okay, here we go. So this is gonna be keyword. So if you haven't done this before, it's a keyword raffle. All you have to do is type exclamation point cat box. Once this starts, raffle items, obviously a cat box. A random giveaway based on the prizes that pop up from time to time in the bottom right corner of the screen. Some folks in here are VIPs. They're gonna have a little bit better of a chance to win. So I set it top donator to be at 10:30 because we've gone some extra innings into the wee hours of the night. It's been a little brutal on the home front, and remember, Liz Gray helps mod, so we're trying to keep our time in the streamland a little respectable. Yeah, I mean, it's still going up. It's already over. Time's up on the giveaway. What time is it? Let's do 5 minutes. There we go. Exclamation point. Cat box. Come on down. Got about 5 minutes left in the stream. And maybe we'll go closer to the end next time. I don't know. I don't know these things.
PC load letter? What does that mean?
Edgar. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Timer. Oh, start the timer. Starting the timer. That's what I keep you guys around for. Keep me honest. Alright, I'm going to throw down a little bit more wash on this. GM, so before each stream, I'll double check everybody's donations. There's a little readout how it works. I think if you type in !redemptions, it'll explain it all on the website. And before each stream, I'll adjust them. It just has to be done manually. So I'm sure you've donated enough to at least get a bump for the next stream.
PC load letter? What does that mean?
Ronette, thank you for the follow. Enjoy those catnaps. We have a keyword giveaway going on right now. ! cat box. Now here's another thing about the cat boxes too. Those are taking a little bit too much time. You can reactivate the cat box for 100 catnaps always, but you have to be here for it. If you do not respond when you are selected as a winner, we'll just go ahead and draw it, and hope you whisper us. We're just trying to make things a little bit more efficient in the stream for everyone involved. Liz Gray helps out of the kindness of her heart, so make sure you hype up Liz Gray. And obviously we all have to work in the morning, myself included, so we're just trying to keep our time respectable here for everyone. So I'm just going back over these scales. I know you can't see it because I got it on the raffle there. What's going on? Best human in the history of ever. There you go. Yeah, 200 catnaps to redraw the cat box. But you got to be here, obviously. If you're not here when we, select your name, we're just going to draw it and be like, all right, well, hope you message us. You can always whisper us with your real people name, real people shipping address. And, we'll get your stuff out to you towards the end of the week. We do all our shipping. Yeah, no, I am painting. I just left it on the giveaway so everybody could see it, or the raffle, so you can make sure you're in, or if anybody popped in the stream, they know what was happening. I'm really just going over some areas on here. It's nothing. It's actually probably more exciting what you're looking at than what I'm doing. Just found a whole arm I missed. Fantastic. Minute left. If you're in here, you have not entered, or you have entered, make sure you walk away now. Seems to be customary. We've seen that happen once or twice. Am I right? Am I right? Oh, G Finnegan, too soon, bro. Actually, technically, it's like watching washes dry. Oh. Or a glaze even. Yeah. I'll tell you what, as soon as the timer goes down, I'll switch and you can watch me paint. How's that? I don't know. I like watching people paint, to be honest. Gives me great ideas, color theory and such. I wish I had more time to watch people paint. I probably would. Quite a bit. Alright, where are we at? 15 seconds. I might leave y'all hanging for 1 second while I get this last arm. Okay, we're good. I got it. I got it. I did it. It's done. Don't tell anybody. It's done. There it is. 54 entries. Thank you guys so much for hanging in there with us tonight. Watching the stream, painting Mr. Blue Carnasaur. Alright. Remember how I said I was going to leave you hanging for a sec? I feel like that has come to fruition. I got a Glip Glop and a Klingon. There we go. We're good. Alright, models down. Let's do this. Everybody come on back. I gotta watch that in a minute. Alright, everybody back. Here we go. Drawing a winner. Good luck to everybody. The Huff.
That's what I do. I drink.
Obligatory rig. Hype up, Mr. The Huff. I feel like you're here. Never not be here, right? Alright, you know how this works, Huff. We'll go over to... Oh shoot, I did not. I did not. I forgot to template this one. Oh well, this is gonna be weird. This is gonna be weird. Yep, it's broken. Cool. Alright, well. We're the epitome of professionalism here. Anyways, here we go. Obligatory rigged. That is Creature Caster Resin Vulture Demon. Great looking sculpt. A lot of people using that for the Big Bird. Mr. Big Bird. Yeah, I broke the stream. Sorry, not sorry. The Huff. Whisper me your info. I know you know it, unless you want to reactivate, which I feel like you're not going to. Yeah, that's what I thought. The Huff. Got it. Send me that infos. Let's get out of this. This is broken. Oh, what a stream. Woo, what a day. What a stream, what a day. There it is. Thanks everybody for watching. Jump over to Twitch real quick. Find somebody to go raid. Get those Cat Emoticons ready. About to jump in somebody else's. Why is it on? Okay, there we go. Following. Who we following? Who we gonna go raid? Wow, there's not a lot of people painting tonight. Where is everybody? Player J's playing Total War. Nice. Well, we got one person? Alright, here we go. Night, everybody. Wait for the host to go through. And click over. Tell them where you're coming from. See you tomorrow night, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll continue to paint Mr. Blue Dinosaur. Maybe it'll be green by then. Hard to say. It's crazy talk. And I will write a note to myself to fix that one scene. Night, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos,